Here's Dr. Nada Aburob and Dr. Saya Aziz. We're two doctors from Australia. We're here in Gaza at the moment. We arrived in the middle in Al-Aqsa Hospital first. The situation was disastrous, where we're having kind of kids coming after a strike. With most of like, let's say 70 to 80% of our patients are kids and pregnant women. And the situation was terrible, and there was no water, no food, and people living in the hospital everywhere. It was very common for a person to be the only survival of their family. Everyone has lost most of their family. It was very hard for us to get in, and there was a lot of restrictions. We were not allowed to bring any baby formula, any money, and the cards don't work. We are hardly surviving and hardly able to help anyone. There's no equipment. They're down to the very basics, running out of working scissors. There's no soap in the theatre room to scrub in, no gloves, nothing at all. We're treating patients on the floor, mass casualty after mass casualty. They're using all the weapons. However, when we came north to Al-Shifa Hospital, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. We're doing this video because we know that we might die at any time, unfortunately. Our accommodation is in the old delivery room. As you can see, this is the hospital. It's all bombed, but the bombing is still happening. When we came from the middle to the north, we saw people are evacuating. Instead of 20 minutes on the road, it took us around 8 hours to reach. As soon as we reached, bombing after bombing with the Apache, F-35, F-16, rowboats, all sorts of weapons attacking us from everywhere around the hospital. The number of patients and the number of dead bodies arriving are ridiculous. So we're just basically people dead. We have more than 1,500 people still dead under the rubble in the hospital. Today, they bombed just in front of the main entrance of the hospital. 2 days ago, they did the same. The issue is we leave our accommodation is an outside walking distance. So we could be at any time at that side of the bomb as an international. We're not even we've been told we'd be given an evacuation order. No even evacuation order as international people. So the situation here is just disastrous. I can't describe it. In the middle of the mass casualty today, there's no internet and no electricity. We're still out of Wi-Fi, so we can't communicate with our family, we can't put our picture up. And they're asking us to stay silent, otherwise our life will be in danger. What does that supposed to mean? We're just telling you what's happening. We're not allowed to show the photos because it's so traumatic and not allowed to post. But we're documenting this as part of what's happening for the future. Because someone needs to see this. Someone needs to help those poor people. Most of them are just kind of people, or they're just kind of hitting things randomly. There are doctors. Doctors here don't come to work because they're dead. Their family members are dead. Or they've been told to go to the south, at least to save themselves from being killed. So anyone who stays here, they know that they will be killed and they can't come back. So the situation needs to stop. I don't know what to say, but I'm asking for help, and I know that our life is in danger too. So if the help was kind of coming from any part of the world, just can anyone be able to stop this terror and horror, please? Anyone, could you please stop it? People here had enough. We had enough. There's no word to describe. Not sure, sorry, Dr. Said.
Hi, I'm Dr. Saya Aziz. I'm an anaesthetist who works in Australia, and essentially I'm in a state of shock. We're in Al-Shifa Hospital. We've been here a week. It took us 2 attempts to try and get up to the north to come to Al-Shifa, and we thought it was devastating in Shuhada Al-Aqsa Hospital, where we spent a couple of days, and we come to Al-Shifa, and it is catastrophic. It's cataclysmic. I can't even begin to explain how horrific the situation is. From an anaesthetic point of view, so many simple things that should be straightforward, it's just non-existent. So we have patients walking into theatre We have patients coming in asking how their relatives are. We have, it's absolute chaos. They have to bring their own mattress. If they're lucky and they've rescued it from the rubble, they have to bring the patient on the mattress. The family members have to lift the patient onto the bed. The operating bed doesn't go up or down, it's broken. We essentially have no suction. There's no suction. We have to share a suction with the surgeons. And it is filthy. There's nothing to clean anything. It's a miracle that we're getting anything done. We have started at 8 o'clock this morning and it's about 11 o'clock at night. Now, this is us. The people from Gaza, the healthcare workers, have been working day and night. They do 48-hour shifts. Some of the healthcare workers have to continue on because the others can't make it. They're stranded, they've moved south. So they're working non-stop, tirelessly. They're all thin, hectic, exhausted. They've been malnourished for 2 years. They've been doing this for 2 years. And to see their dedication to each and every patient, to try and save each and every life, I'm in awe of them. I cannot believe they are continuing after 2 years. We have been here 2 days and it's been a shock. I don't know how they've been doing it for 2 years. It's unbelievable. Like the lack of equipment. An operation that should take an hour takes 3 hours because they have to wait 20 minutes to find a suture, to find a pair of scissors. There's flies everywhere in the rooms. Like there's just no way of maintaining any form of sterility. And the stress and the tension between the healthcare workers, each and everyone is worried about their situation. No one knows where they're going to go, what they're going to do. Like you can sense the anxiety in the room, and yet they still manage to focus on the patient. I just don't know how they're managing to do it. And they're all having to worry about their family members, how they're going to feed them. They have no structure. Their children have been out of school for 2 years now. There's no schools. Healthcare is it's not collapsing, it has collapsed. Like, I don't know how it's functioning. And, you know, patients who should be going to intensive care, who should be coming back, getting a relook, they can't. There's no way. I have had to take patients out into not even a recovery. It's literally taking them onto the floor. I have no idea what's happening and just getting the family members to look after them. They can't even do any dressing changes. There's nothing. And then on top of that, the bombs are dropping constantly. There was a bomb outside the hospital's front door. Today, we've only been here 2 days. This is 2 days in a row. Today we've had zero internet. We've got no Wi-Fi. There's no way of communicating with anybody. Like, it's intentional psychological warfare. I'm not sure what's happening. But this has to stop. They need to stop throwing the bombs. We need absolute unimpeded medical aid. We need food, nutrition. There's no way that patients are going to heal. And the worst part is it's all children and women and young families. Like, it's a stain on our humanity, and I am ashamed to call myself human. I'm ashamed to be an Australian who has basically remained silent. The F-35 parts are not non-lethal, they are absolutely lethal, and I would challenge any minister in the Australian Parliament to come and spend a day here with us. I would love for them to spend a day and then decide whether their F-35 parts are non-lethal. So we need to have an arms embargo right now. Enough is enough. Just an example.
We saw a number of children with sniper injuries to the head, single shot to the head, no other injuries. So clearly deliberately targeted by Israeli snipers. So the drones would come down and pick off civilians, children. After description, this is not, an occasional thing. This was day after day after day, operating on children who would say, I was lying on the ground after a bomb had dropped and this quadcopter came down and hovered over me and shot me. And that's clearly a deliberate act. and it was a persistent act, persistent targeting of civilians day after day. We had 1 or 2 mass casualty incidents every day, and that meant 10 to 20 dead, 20 to 40 seriously injured. And the bullets that the drones fire are these small cuboid pellets, and I fished a number of those out of the abdomen of small children. I think the youngest I operated on was a 3-year-old who had a major injury to the artery in her neck. She died about 3 or 4 days later from infection. But you know, what's happening to the children is appalling. How the women had all been lined up and been told to strip down to their underwear and made to stand for hours like that, which is deeply, deeply humiliating, particularly in that culture. And then when they told her she could go, they wouldn't give her her clothes back, so she had to run through the streets like that, which for her was extremely traumatic. So there's a consistent theme of attack, humiliation, aggression.
Did you hear about the latest war crime?
Yes, yesterday, Israel bombing displaced and crowded Palestinians living in tents. It was fucking horrible.
No, the other one.
You mean the baby that was tortured by the IOF for 10 hours in front of his detained father?
No, the one that just happened.
That did just happen. Oh, do you mean the illegal Israeli settlers that placed large rocks in front of ambulances to prevent them from reaching injured Palestinians while at the same time burning their homes and their cars in the West Bank? That one?
No. The agonizing one.
Oh, do you mean the poor 14-year-old boy, Tamer Baraka, that the IOF shot at and killed in the civilian vehicle he was in?
Marianella, think horrific crime.
Oh my God, yes, of course. Are you talking about the family in the West Bank? They were driving back from Ramadan shopping, and the IOF unloaded several rounds into their car, killing the mother, father, the 5, and the 7-year-old child with special needs, only leaving the 8 and the 11-year-old brother alive?
No, Marianella.
Wait, do you mean Mohammed, the Syrian refugee in Lebanon, whose entire family was killed, including both of his parents in an Israeli strike? That one?
Jesus fuck! No! The really horrific crime!
I mean, they're all pretty fucking horrible. Are you talking about the beautiful family in Lebanon that was recently killed in the US-Israeli strike? The daughter of the Palestinian journalist who said goodbye to her mother, who was murdered by Israel in her displaced tent on International Women's Day? That one?
Do you even read the fucking news?
Yeah, no, not really. Do you mean the other Israeli strike that killed the 13-year-old and the 30-year-old woman?
No. Think big, horrific!
Oh, the massive fires in Iran. After the US and Israel bombed multiple oil depots that turned the air toxic, causing serious health issues for millions of residents in Tehran. The ecocide? Was it the recent Israeli strike that leveled the residential building in Beirut, killing everyone inside?
I'm talking about a massive war crime!
Okay, it has to be the 498 schools and 281 medical facilities bombed by the US and Israel in Iran.
A massive war crime! No!
Israel bombing the main coastal bridge in Lebanon, cutting off the south from the rest of Lebanon. Or wait. Israel bombing the emergency treatment center in southern Lebanon, killing 12 medical staff?
Fuck's sake, the ambulances that were burned to bits! It was all over the news! The entire world knows!
Oh, you mean the deadly Israeli attack that killed 15 paramedics last year? The one where the IOF later buried the ambulances? That one?
It just happened!
Where? In Israel?
No! In London! They burned 3.25 ambulances!
Don't...
Jewish ambulances! Cars, vehicles burned! Do you know how horrible... What, don't you have a heart? What is wrong with you? Don't you know what terrorism is?
Who was in them?
No one.
Sorry.
Don't Don't you get it? Actually fucking burned vehicles, Marianella. Don't you have a heart? It's horrible. It's terrorism.
You mean arson?
Ah,
Is arson the world headline?
you're just an anti-Semite, Nilla. Of course.
So